Gotta stop the political talk. Time to talk comics. Come on in, folks. Comics.
They keep us happy.
Got to keep the plebs docile. Is that what entertained? Are you not entertained? It's like Gladiator. Come on in, folks. We see you out there. It's time to look at some Captain America. Some Golden Age Captain America at that. Great stuff, folks. Great stuff to look at. We will start right after these important announcements.
Holy shit. That is the craziest thing I have ever seen. And I'm Dennis Quaid, and Dennis Quaid has seen some shit.
Joke's on you, bitch. I love this shit.
He has his...
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with theory.
Look, everybody's entitled to be an idiot.
The cops are doing their job as long as they don't be mean to people who are actually being innocent. Then I'm all gravy, baby.
We're all gravy here.
She certainly looks all gravy.
Coming in, folks, I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman, AeroComics.stores, where you can find some of my stuff. Most of my works, Calico Shard, HeroBot Zero, is available over there for purchase. Shadow Kingdom will be available over there, but only for a very, very limited time. Folks, there aren't that many copies available. And when we announce that they're available at the store, it's all going to be come, first serve. And if you don't get right on it, you're going to miss it, because there's barely a handful of copies left over on this print run. Paragon over there, AeroComics.store, and Alice in Chains as well. And while you're over there, take a look at all of the other great books that are available over there, including Only Death Can Save Us and Soul Attack, Chrome Dog, and soon AR-13L will be available over there as well, as soon as that campaign gets fulfilled and closed out. Don't know what that problem is. Must be a deadline problem. Somebody's not getting that book done fast enough. But we're glad you're here. Pardon? Yeah, kick some ass.
Kick some ass.
The chat is wide open this morning. We are live. HR is in the house. Good morning, HR. Hope you're doing all right. Just had somebody drop out, but whoever you were, glad you stopped by. Our numbers are strong this morning already, and it's only 5 a.m. where I'm at. It's 10 a.m. where you guys are.
It's the chat's so full that no room and people are dropping out.
Yeah.
First in, first out.
King time. Also joining me this morning, folks, is Mr. Glenn Fleming. Glenn, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name's Glenn Fleming. I'm a writer, artist, and publisher. I spent 40 years in graphics, producing documentaries and writing copy and doing all sorts of crazy things. I also did some artwork for licensed characters like Postman Pat and Spider-Man. I've written 12 books on various subjects of sport, manned space flight, JFK, kids' books, all kinds of things. And I publish magazines and stuff. I interview people who walk on the moon. I've done lots and lots of things. If you go over to Amazon, you'll be able to see all of those books. So go after the show.
There we are, Amazon.com. Look for Comics Unlimited as well.
Yep.
Over there. Also joining us this morning is Russ Leach. Russ, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Russ Leach. I'm a comic book artist from the UK. You may have seen me in the pages of other notable characters' books, but I'm not going to talk about them. You need to find out about Only Death Can Save Us. There's 2 of those books available, soon to be available in even more retail outlets than they were before. And obviously Shadow Kingdom, as Randy was suggesting, there's a few copies that are going to be available at Arrow Comics. A couple have gone out to comic book shops, I understand, which is very good. So it's sort of like a prod in the direction for where the Atlantean will be going. That's the current thing that we're doing. It's based on Robert E. Howard's characters Cole the Conqueror and Brawl, his trusty sidekick, and they're having adventures. Lots of great stuff in there, lots of great black and white artwork. That will be coming very soon. If you want to find out more about that and about the other books that I'm involved with, go to russleach.com, sign up for the email list there, and will not fill your inbox with complete tripe every 5 minutes, but you will get an email once a month telling you where all the projects are and what's going on at the moment. So go to russleach.com, sign up for the email list there.
There we are. Also, if you read and understand Portuguese, Red Dragon Press is doing a translation.
Yes,
The
very
Shadow Kingdom
proud.
as well.
Very
Can't
proud
wait
of
to
that.
see a copy of that out and about as well. Folks, we're here to take a look at the Golden Age Captain America.
Woohoo.
Excuse me while I edit my name. There we are. Golden Age Captain America, folks. The best by the best, right at the start of their careers. Give me a second to switch my wonderful Facebook around because they always start me out as private. There we are. Captain America, folks. Captain America Comics. We are, in the midst of number 2 or 3 here? The wax statue that struck death. Let's see where we're at here. In 2 or 3. Volume number 2. Yep. Number 2.
Giggity.
Captain America and the wax statue that struck death.
When's this from? 1941, is it?
1940, I think. We're still in. Let me back a little bit here.
I don't think it was published till 41, so.
Okay. Two contents, April of 41, correct. Yep.
Yeah. So this is pre-Jack and Joe, well, pre-America going in the war and pre their being called up to serve. But they all knew, everybody knew that trouble was coming, which is why Jack and Joe did Hitler on the cover of number 1. They knew he was going to be, it was going to be trouble because obviously the war was going on in Europe at that point. I'm just trying to put some context to what's going on with these stories and everything.
Absolutely. Nope. Hit the bell on accident, but deserves a bell anyway.
Ding.
Ding. Here's something rare. Half a page.
Yeah.
Golden Age illustration. Look at that.
Yeah,
I don't see that on Simon and Kirby's work back during this period very often.
That above it, that with those cars, that's very sort of Dan Dare type of style. Yeah. Although Dan Dare was 10 years later, but you know what I mean? That kind of...
It has got that feel to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of 30s science fiction, you know, Metropolis vibe. Look at those tanks. Fantastic, aren't they?
Crazy good.
Kirby always draws purpose-built weaponry, doesn't he? You know what I mean? It's brilliant.
The tank's near completion. The hour is almost at hand. Yeah. Great tank drivers.
You think about it, the tanks at that time were only about what would they be? Was it 1916 tanks arrived? That's 2630. Only 25 years old, and he's already drawing super tanks. You know, such was his imagination and everything.
Crazy. Look at that.
Yeah, he never draws. It's not a real tank, but you know it's a tank. You know what I mean? It doesn't draw authentic thing and weapons. He always draw, but you know it's a machine gun. You know.
Upsy daisy, Bucky.
Look at that bottom left panel there. Sock.
Pops the hatch. He says, "You'll pardon us. We forgot our can opener." The guy goes, "Dr. Lieber.
Lieber.
Take that, you bum." Now let's watch you rats show your color. Here's a mess. There's a mess.
Message.
Message. Yeah, mess dash edge age. You can take back to the wax man. So can I play engineer? Craig.
They're really naive, aren't they?
Yeah.
These comics.
But this is the start of all that World War II propaganda, you know?
Yeah.
Where they weren't rats for very long. They turned into ratsies. Look at that tank blowing up.
Look at him with that hat on, Bucky with that tank commander's hat on. Looks like Hatch with his hat on.
He take his mask off? He took his mask off, too.
Yeah. Well, there's nobody going to see him in the tank.
No, they're all Germans. They're going to know who he is.
Yeah, it's big inside that tank, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
It's a quality tank, that is.
That's why they have to blow it up. Yeah.
Sorry for our British viewers. That's the kind of tank you're going to win on Bullseye. On Bullseye. Now go for the gamble. Smashing, great, super. Have a look at what you could have won. You could have won this Nazi tank. Not only is it Nazi tank, it's a Nazi super tank.
Yeah.
Moo. Sorry. All right, Americans, you can switch back on now.
I remember that Bowen fella saying, really pissing somebody off when he said, "Oh, if you'd have got that last hour there, you'd have won a trip to Australia for 6 weeks for all your family. Instead, you've got these three sets and got a bully and a."
But don't forget your darts, your bendy bullies, and your badges. You're not going away empty-handed.
And then there was that great question he asked, wasn't there? In that question on that outtake thing, where he says, "Right for the winning dart," he says, "for the winning dart.
I mean, dirt.
Which city was President Kennedy assassinated in when he died in Dallas?" And the guy was looking at him like, "Did I hear that right?"
What?
Anyway.
Did he get the question correct though? That's the
yeah.
It would have been pretty stupid. Didn't get it right.
Yeah, New York.
That's like Groucho Marx and You Bet Your Life. That was his show. He'd ask questions like, "Who's buried in Grant's tomb?" Yeah. Half the time, people didn't get it. So HR is still there. Says, "I can see his use with diagonal construction lines everywhere." Yeah. They blow up the tanks and change back to their civilian clothes in time to get back and get yelled at by the sergeant. Excuse me, Sergeant. I didn't mean flack. You fumbling, why you fumbling nincompoop? I'll have you KP'd for that. It's Sergeant. It's overruled.
He's already got a grasp of army life and he's not in it yet for another 18 months.
Oh, yeah.
Got good riddance if you ask me. If you ask me.
If you ask me. Yes. Good riddance. If you ask. Yes. You ask me. It's from the Wax Man. Gulp. Just like him, isn't it?
The Beatles sing about the wax man.
Yeah. Yeah, the wax
man.
Exactly. Could have been a major Marvel villain.
Yeah. The wax man strikes again.
There he is here. And of course he's bald.
Of course. All villains are.
What a great Alex Raymond, Flash Gordon looking gun there. Yeah.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
And now we're going to tie you up with this loose piece of rope hanging here. Yeah.
Really? We're going to really badly tie you up. Does anybody know any good knots?
Just done. Anyway. Not just that, we're going to tie you, sit you down, start a fire, and then leave the room.
Look at what he says there. With this new rocket bomber, I can destroy America. That's a big rocket bomber.
That's a hell of a bomb, isn't it? Yeah, bloody, I can destroy the whole of America with this one bomb.
I can blast this country to dust, and I'm going to do just that. But you'll need plenty of them. What about that? Wrong again, Captain. Everything is operated by remote control. That way I don't risk a single man. Or a married one, either. Meanwhile, Captain America backs stealthily into the wax-melting fire. The flames lick at the rope that binds his wrists.
Well, that's all right then.
It doesn't even tingle. Yeah. And he gets away.
Come on, Cap, turn me loose so I can get in on the fun.
Great.
Let me at him. That's a badly drawn shield in that third panel, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. That's awful.
Pretty quick. I got your shield, Cap, but now let's bend it back into place. Yeah. It's perfectly circular by then. Actually, it looks like a copyright mark right there.
Yeah.
Which
shine
is
a bright light on them, so you don't have to
kind of
them.
uncanny.
Yeah. He's baffled, Bucky here. Now, where do you suppose he could be hiding? Hand slowly emerges from the darkness. Just in time for a judo throw and a quick hit to the balls. Wham.
Suck.
Why, you young oof. For that, I'm going to choke you with my bare hands. Captain America comes in and straightens him out. Smack.
Oh. Strike me pink. He's been wearing a mask.
Waxman's been subdued.
It's Mayor Dobbs. Brilliant.
But he wasn't clever enough. It's not easy to kill two birds with one stone, especially when we're the birds. Gee, take a look. Wax statue of an American traitor, Benedict Arnold. Mayor Dobbs. I'd have bust you one for lowering our salary last year. Yeah, you dirty crook.
You dirty crook.
So you're the big bad wax man. Ha 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 ha. Just in time to go back and be berated by their sarge. Now, we've got a prose piece here. When was Lee's first prose piece? Do you know?
I
think
it's
two or three.
Yeah, it was. I'm not sure, but I got the feeling that it was in 1942, but
Okay.
I'm probably wrong. But it was quite early. Well, they left at 10, didn't they? After 10 issues.
Yeah, they got tossed at 10. Yeah.
So what number is this? Number 3.
Thanks to little Gopher Stan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 2, I think.
Issue 2. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Maybe we're on 3. Yeah, you'd have thought. We're past the one where he dressed up as a woman there for a minute. I know they were big issues back then. 64 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still on number 2.
Right. I'm not sure who's written that. I thought it would be later, but like I said, I may be wrong.
Short Circuit.
I think the question is if Stan didn't write that, who did?
Yeah.
Wasn't he given that task specifically by Martin Goodman to be a part of it, or was it that they needed 2 pages of editorial?
They always needed 2 pages of editorial for their subscription mailing.
Yeah. Yes, I think that's
to be listed as a periodical.
Yeah. So it probably is Stanley thinking about it. Because I can't.
Well, I think he gave the job to Stan because they didn't have one handy. He told him to sit in a room and make one up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, to be fair, I think it is Stan because I can't think of anybody. It might be.
Yeah, I think it was 3 or 4 that it started.
Right. We can.
Here's Tuck. Tuck,
now, this
Cave Boy.
This artwork looks more like Joe Simon than Jack Kirby.
Yeah, it does. In the Valley of the Mist. You never hear anything more about Tuck.
I'm not surprised.
Kind of got replaced by Kazar, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
In the pulp magazines, Kazar was around during this time, wasn't he? I think so.
I think he was. Yeah.
It's a good 20 almost 20 years after Tarzan, maybe 15. So they had all sorts of jungle boys and girls running around.
Yeah, wasn't Tarzan late 20s?
I think it was mid to late 20s, 26, 27, maybe. I know he's been in public domain for a long time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can tell this is Joe Simon for the most part, I think, because of the thinness of the line. Because Jack Kirby said to me that what they used to do, they used to swap the artwork between them, and if he'd take it home, Jack would take it home, and if he thought some of the lines needed thickening up, he'd just go over it with a brush. So the artwork was a real collaboration between them two a lot of the time, because they were passing it between each other to do finishes and stuff like that. You know, it wasn't a question of just penciling and then somebody inking it. They were both working on it.
Right.
And this to me, again, I don't know, but this to me looks like a Joe Simon, especially that illustration on the right of where he's jumping with the red pants on. That doesn't look like Kirby at all to me. But the face opposite on the other side, on the second panel where he's looking down, that looks like it might have been inked by Kirby.
Yeah,
it's great the way he's taking on that Z, isn't he, on that layout with the red pants when he's jumping down and kicking that fella in the face. It's almost, well, he's jumping into the next panel, isn't he?
Yeah, I was looking on a date.
Yeah,
date for Tarzan here. I'm not able to find it. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's great the way, with hindsight, obviously, that we can see how they were working it out and how, you know, the storytelling techniques were being developed, like him jumping into the next panel and stuff like that. It's great to see it working, or evolving, I should say. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the line around the lettering. It looks a bit tight. to me.
With Tarzan, his first appearance was in All Story Pulp magazine, and that was 1912.
Wow.
It was published
Wow.
together into a book in 1914.
Wow. Blimey, I
And
didn't realize it.
subsequently into 23 sequels, several books by Burroughs and other authors, and innumerable works in other
Wow.
media.
I just
Authorized.
lost me $1
and,
million on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with that one.
Yeah.
I never thought it was that early.
Oh, yeah. Turn of the century.
Wow.
Only about 12 years after H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
So that was right at the turn.
Pre-First World War.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Shows you our heroes have been around for a while. You know, these icons.
Does it say there when the first Tarzan strip was?
The first comic strip?
Yeah.
Literature. Tarzan's been called one of the best known literary characters in the world, in addition to more than 24 books, Burroughs, and a handful of other blessing of Burroughs' estates. The characters appeared in films, radio, television, comic strips, and comic books. Numerous parodies and pirated works have also appeared. Burroughs was not a polished novelist. He was a vivid storyteller. Most of his novels are still in print, though. In 1963, Gore Vidal wrote a piece on the Tarzan series that, while pointing out several of the deficiencies that the Tarzan books have in the works of literature, praises Burroughs for creating a compelling daydream figure. Critical reception grew more positive with the 1981 study of Erling B. Holstmark's Tarzan and Tradition, Classic Myth in Popular Literature. Holtzmark added a volume on Burroughs for Twain's United States Authors Series in 1966. Stan Galloway provided a sustained study of the adolescent period, on and on, unauthorized works, modern fiction. Let me see, Tarzan and other media. He said, trying to scroll downward. Radio, television, stage, comics. It's adapted in newspaper strip form in early 1929 by Hal Foster. A full-page Sunday strip began on March 15th, 1931 by Rex Maxon. Over the years, many artists have drawn Tarzan strip. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say I was half right when I said late 20s.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm surprised it was written as early as that. Wow, that's something.
And John Carter was written before that. So,
yeah. Amazing.
Hurricane.
If you look at Hurricane at the bottom, the last panel, that lady's back doesn't look right, does it? It's a bit.
It's kind of the line weight on this is terrible.
Yeah.
Then there's barely a separation here.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a thick line there, but her arm might as well blend in with the doctor's jacket there. Yeah. It's just the feathering here on the back that makes it look any different from the doctor's coat.
I wonder if that's a colorist error in the way that. Oh no, she'd been white, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
I wonder if they thought she would be in color.
No, they should have made that line thicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Delineated her away from the doctor a little. But anyway.
Haven't we seen this guy with the knickers on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hurricane. Yeah, we've seen him he's at the end of the last issue as well.
Yeah.
It looks almost the same image.
Probably pretty close. Oh, Tuck was in the back last time.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just it's very similar.
Yeah.
Well, you know, how many times can you have the guy running, right?
In his knickers. Yeah.
In his knickers.
Knickers and boots. What's that Ian Jury record? New Boots and Panties. That's him, isn't it? Look at that curly hair.
Yeah.
That's some
I knew
serious 30s hair there.
I knew
Yeah.
that guy is. That's Jack's little brother. He had gold, blonde curly hair.
Yeah.
That's seriously blonde as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not just blonde. That's blonde.
Those who oppose Kepaquatsi shall
Kepequatzel.
be crushed. The white witch doctors must die.
What's that panel there? Fourth panel on that page.
Here.
What's going on there? Is that drugs or what?
He's in hiding in the trees, isn't he?
Oh,
Yeah, he's hiding.
Just his face.
that's great.
Far
Best
below,
panel on the
keen eyes
page.
watch the plane's flight. Yeah. Those are keen eyes, as we all know.
I like the little curtains on the windows of the second panel. Looks like it will be, won't it? A 40s domestic aircraft, you know.
Yep.
The little curtains on, isn't there?
Just in case they needed to sleep while they're flying.
Well, here's one of those arrow things that where it's not working.
This is a snake. Yeah.
That lettering on that red background's not good, is it?
No. And it blends in hard.
To think they used to throw all this artwork away, didn't they?
Yeah. I was going to say, it looks like they chopped the snake here, but he's put back together again by the last panel on the page there. Racist, the striking snake. Hurricane is no ordinary man. Racist, the striking snake. Oh, it's horrible. If not for you, I might have been. How did you do it? I majored in track in college. Yeah. That's what it was.
I like the way they always meet one of the, I'll call them native guys, and they can always speak English.
Yeah. Well, broken English. Relax. No afraid. Zelax, go. Good boy, Zelax. Let me pat you on the head.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Alone in the jungle, Hurricane discards his mortal raiment. So he drops down to trunks and boots and a little headband with wings.
Sexy.
This is more like it. Now to shift into third.
He looks like a character from a Pet Shop Boys video.
One of the West End girls.
Yeah.
Anyway, onward. Hurricane finds the outpost in ruins. The last survivor of the small garrison fights off a savage. Gennaro attack. Chihuaro attack. He's being attacked by the natives.
Do you think they just turned this around in a couple of days?
Yeah. Obviously making lunch here.
Considering that Jack Kirby became one of the greatest storytellers in the history of comics, the way he's got all these arrows going on is not doing very well, is it?
Bloody awful, isn't it?
Especially out of this word balloon here.
Yeah.
That was a scream. Dr. Holden, good Lord, Ruth. He takes off running again.
Good Lord. Is that
Well,
the
she's
same
just-
girl as earlier? Because she's like kind of dropped her hair down a little bit.
She's grown a
Well,
lot of hair since then too.
Hmm.
Well, they've been there for 6 months, so
All right.
Well,
Okay.
she hasn't learned that you just can't go for a walk in the middle of the jungle on your own.
especially without chattering and tearing up her shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, she's turned into Jane now.
Hello there. Why, it's Michael Jupiter.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
The death chambers with them. Pekka Quatsi demands their lives. Whatever.
I think there's a reason that
Uh-oh.
Hurricane Boy, whatever he's called, didn't work.
Hurricane, yeah.
Hurricane.
And of course, they're in Africa, and you know what that means. Shrunken heads.
Yay.
And a long explanation here.
Yeah.
Here's an info dump. They shall be destroyed, all of them. The entire bloodthirsty tribe has ravaged the territory for centuries. They killed their fellow beings for sport and amusement. And now they've wantonly loosed the deadly virus of the Green Death, which is overrunning half the continent, destroying man and beast alike. Dr. Clay is dead. I found this among the many shrunken heads in their trophy house. He was a brave man, a good scientist. His death shall not be in vain. It will mark the end of these inhuman practices.
So he shrunk his head, but it didn't shrink his facial hair.
Yeah.
They know how to
Brilliant.
shrink flesh. They just don't know how to shrink hair.
They can't shrink hair.
They shrunk his skull as well.
It's horrible, the dirty devils. Just one more thing before we part, mortal. Take this. It contains the antidote for the Green Death. The witch doctor gave it to me before he died.
He met with unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The gun just went off. It's
not my fault. It was Alec Baldwin's
Very,
fault.
very creative with that headgear. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't ask me.
It just kind of fell into my hand. Yeah.
Has he destroyed the village now as well?
Yeah, he's won the day. He's gotten rid of the tribe. He's happy. He's flying off, but the devil's still pissed. It seems my winged cousin's done enough to interfere with my dealings with man. I think it's high time he was stopped. That's Pluto. Because, they're not going to call him Satan. What is Pluto up to? Can he actually harm Hurricane, who is also an immortal? Read the next issue. Our next thrilling issue. Yeah. So they let him out of the doghouse and allow him to speak. The Red Skull planned horrible death for Bucky and Betty, unless Captain America #3. Red Skull returns. Is that what it is?
I like the way it's whacked him. He's cracking his head on that gun or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That tube. Thwack, clang.
That was the sight. That was the sight for the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look in that to, know where they're aiming.
What are they going to fire the girl at? Where are they firing at for? What's that
She's
got to do with
encased
anything?
in a plastic bullet here, or glass bullet. While Bucky, on the other hand, is tied to the outside of one because, screw Bucky.
Yeah.
This is what we need to get back to, comics with a contents page.
Oh, didn't this come under some scrutiny, this hanging thing?
Probably.
Before, obviously, 10 years, 15 years before the code, there was something, I'm sure I
Yeah.
read somewhere there was something about this, showing this hanging thing. Nice folds on the Red Skull's trousers there.
Yeah. The return of the Red Skull.
Look at those things under that ball on the floor. What are those? I can only imagine what those are for.
Is it to cut the chains or to
No, I think it's to squash something.
pinch them?
Well, what wouldn't you like squashing between those things?
Oh no, they're for making
for holding-
horses. Yeah, they're cutting horses'
milk?
bollocks off.
That's
Oh,
what I mean.
That's what it is.
That's what I mean. Wow. Always got a pipe.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's intelligent then.
that's right.
And there's a bit of the top left there where the skull's in the shadow. That's a bit of a Steve Ditko trick, isn't it? All the time with the goblin until it was revealed who he was. Because at the top, right at the top left. Yeah, where it's under the shadow.
Yeah.
That was the argument between Ditko and Stan Lee, wasn't it? Because Ditko wanted the Green Goblin to be nobody. But Stan Lee had him, Harry Osborn, and he left. Then Ditko left the office, so to speak.
Ditko has left the building.
Yeah. You fiend.
Hit me. Go ahead, hit me.
With your rhythm stick. It's an Ian Jury based program today.
The touch of death. My dear Major, those who touch the Red Skull die. Ugh. Who knew that? I didn't know he had, anybody who touches him dies. When did that happen?
Earlier on, it was the stare.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyone who looks at the Red Skull dies from just looking at him.
Yeah. Someone's coming. Till you hear a shot. Cap, look what I found. It's the evil, nefarious plans of the Red Skull just left behind. Oh, it's a Red Skull itself. The Red Skull returns. Then Captain America and Bucky take up the challenge. Again, takes up the challenge. Is that what he said? That is what he said. It's not even a caption. So the Red Skull returns. Then Captain America again takes up his challenge. And don't forget me, Cap. I'm in on this.
You know the arrow again, taking you to the Cap, standing up. If the first panel at the bottom would have been straight and not had that pointer, you'd go there anyway.
Yeah.
It's like he's done the design on it and then realized the confusion. If that, like I say, that panel where the skull is coming out of the box, if that had been straight, you would have gone to that panel anyway. Not good.
It might have been a last-minute add-on because of this caption here. Kind of bumps into this panel. And there's almost like a natural arrow here anyway, taking people down. But that's not how that works. Look at the movement, though, the fluidity of all of this.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
See the action happening, yeah.
He likes to draw these, especially with Captain America, where there's always 5 against him.
Yeah.
4 or 5 against him. That's why that elevator thing on that film works so well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's so many of them in there. There's about 10 people in there, isn't there? He just knocks them all out. It's brilliant, that. That's pure Kirby, that scene.
Yeah.
So
even still, the shield looks so flat here to me.
Yeah. And he smacks that fella in the face on the next page, bong, and then it says talk fast. You wouldn't wake up if somebody hit you in the face for that, would you? You wouldn't be talking immediately. I think it'd knock you out.
Eat my shield. Now talk fast.
Eat my shield.
It was the Red Skull.
Bush. It was the Red Skull, and he's got the secret plans also. So don't hit me anymore.
Please, Yankee, don't hit me anymore.
Yankee dog with big piece of metal.
So they put him in the bin.
Yeah.
Blub, blub.
The Red Skull is responsible for this. Toss him in
That's
the gutter, Cap.
That's where you put Nazis. You put them in the bin.
Going skull hunting, Cap? Yeah. Wait till I get my hands on that bird. Oh, blub, blub.
Oh, blub, blub. There must have been some water in that trash can.
Oh, blub, blub, blub.
Blub, 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 blub.
Blub, blub, blub.
At least it's not der blub, blub.
Oh, der blub, blub.
Blub, 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 blub.
Look, they've got the Thunderbird's mole drilling.
Yeah. Look at that.
Crazy
Right,
stuff here.
masterpiece.
It's right out of those old Planet comics. It's about that same time period. Glowing head. Yeah. Glowing skull. Oh ho! I've already got the city in a turmoil. They haven't seen anything yet. I'll rip this nation wide open. I'll even make Hitler shake with fear. Ha 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 ha. There it is. My masterpiece is nearly finished. All set to roll. That's right. He's rolling. Smashing its way through concrete and earth comes the Red Skull's power drill. That's right. In a short while. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to say, in a short while, the incredible American invention. Who
in the Red
invented
Skull's hands wreaks havoc in the city, crushing great buildings.
Who did invent the
the
submarine?
Oh, but he's killing thousands of people.
Wow.
It says so right there.
The destructive power drill.
Drill tears its way across the city, sparing nothing in its path. It's a nice pen. The way that looks. Except that the panel, the gutter is a little odd, but yeah. Those were the cooler comics back then, you know. You had the panel borders there. So they weren't afraid to use circles. Yeah, you don't see that much at all anymore. All the little Tommy guns coming out. Jump, Bucky. We having a chance up here. This will shake them off. Meanwhile, heavily armed police riot squads arrive to stem the mechanical monster's advance. Just shoot at it, guys. You'll stop it. There's a couple of guys on that contraption. Don't bother with them. Blast away at that corkscrew with wheels.
Yeah, it's a corkscrew with wheels.
Who knew?
Look at that guy there in the second panel. He's got a real Flash Gordon helmet on.
Yeah.
Retreat.
They banded us against us. Retreat. He's got the big mole, and yet they're running away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank heavens we scared them off. I wonder. Let's go back to the camp, Bucky. I'm afraid the Nazi storm is just beginning. Check.
Please.
He gets new duds here. Okay, Duffer. You and Midge try on these costumes. Oh. Meanwhile, unknown to Cap and Bucky, hard faced?
Yeah. Hard-faced thugs.
Hard-faced thugs gather in a conference. Boxes open and flashing costumes are revealed. Yeah. Those must be the guys that are hanging in the splash page.
Look at that. You lugs look perfect.
Yeah, perfect. I feel like that brat Bucky already. Step right up, folks, and feel the mighty muscles of Captain America. One small dime, 10 cents. I'll take 2. Here's my dime.
Going to make a lot of money, aren't they?
Yeah. Big, ain't it? That's a real arm for you. Yo. YUH. Hiya, boys. I'm glad to see yous. Yuz. Gee.
Glad to see yous.
Shake hand, Buffy. What do you mean by wearing the U.S. colors for such a purpose, you faker? Listen, buddy. Crawl down before I wallop you. How do you like the feel of my muscle? Whack.
Hey,
You
that's enough of that talk.
You heard me. Get those clothes off.
Beat it, you young weasel, before I chew you up.
That's what I mean. Get those clothes off.
Oh, he pulls out a gun. He goes, "Oh, a trigger man, huh?" Ooh. Whack. Smacked him around. I can't, Sandy. Those 2 are fakes. Sandy here later became the sidekick to Sandman over in their other company.
All right. It was all a joke, folks. Chase these bums out of town.
Yeah.
Brilliant, isn't it?
They've been hoodwinked. Just 10 cents, mister. You and the boys can feel silence, pig.
Silence, pig.
Wise guy, huh? Well, I'm going to hit you and then die. Taste the touch of death. Ah. All he did was touch him, huh? Get the boys. They're America's best fighting men.
See, all he's got to do is the Red Skull doesn't need those cronies to beat them up. He should just touch them and they die.
Just touch people.
Anybody
who punches him dies instantly.
Yeah.
Take your shot.
Well, it's a good thing Cap's got that shield then. And just bash his head in with the shield, but he doesn't.
It's good. It's a good job he's got Bucky to go first.
Yeah, that's true too. Honest, mister, we ain't them guys. We can explain. We was only fooling. Away with your tricks. The Red Skull will not be fooled. To the gallows with them. But I tell you, we ain't. Ha ha ha. The Skull has revenge. Gotta keep looking for that power drill, Bucky. America depends on us.
Oh dear. Oh my God.
Hang 'em high.
Ain't done nothing. Oh dear.
This little ominous shadow back here.
Yeah.
Go.
Die. Nice angle that though, isn't it? If he's drawn them with the, looking up with those feet.
That finishes them. Now I can unleash all my horror on America. A little swastika there.
How did they get out then? What?
They aren't the guys that are hanging.
I see. Oh, that's dark.
These are the imposters here, and Skull hangs them high.
It's still really dark.
Yeah, it is. And then Cap and Bucky come out walking from, behind the wall and see the thugs and take them out. Bucky smacks the Skull there, too. Been itching for this moment for ages. Hit
So
me,
he should-
Brett. Go ahead
so
and
he should-
hit
he
me if you dare. Yeah.
He should die then, shouldn't he?
He's got gloves on.
Oh, right, okay.
Fair enough. You've got a pair of marigolds on. It's gonna stop you from getting your hands all messed
What do
up. Gonna stop you from dying. Always have a pair of marigolds.
What? The touch of death has failed me? Sure. You sat? I know your tricks by now. Cap and I happen to know that you've got electric wiring in your clothing. That's what causes your touch of death. And that's why Cap and I had our gloves insulated. Your gloves won't stop this. Bucky, what's happened? You all right, Bucky? Just a little fuzzy. Just a little dizzy. But otherwise, okay. Where's the Skull? Come on, kid. He must have gone this way. Can't wait till I get a hold of that guy again. Ha. They won't get me. The Red Skull will never be taken.
Come
That
on,
little
bomb.
cherry. An old
It
style
should-
cherry bomb there.
It should say bomb on it, shouldn't it?
It should.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm going to say, oh, Ben, like Peter Sellers, yeah.
I have a special delivery for you. Did anybody order this boom?
Here you are, my friends.
Does your dog bite?
Want to play catch, eh?
Are you-
Drop it.
Are you blind?
Does your dog bad? Right. I thought you said your dog doesn't bad. It's not my dog. Bloody genius, that stuff. Don't get
Rad
common
Art
like
and
that
Comics.
anymore.
Yeah. Rad Art and Comics is in the house. Red Skull looks horrifying. Sarah's in the house. Morning.
Sarah,
The sun hasn't even come up yet here. LOL. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So he takes that bomb and throws it at the little mole tank thing, and it knocks them sideways here.
Boom.
Nice fight, huh, Cap? Where's the Red Skull? Probably dead. Let's get out of here.
They don't check.
They don't check.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't check for Hitler, did they?
He wasn't there, was he?
He wasn't there. He was in Argentina.
Yeah.
With his mate, Martin. What kind of headlines? That power drill destroyed in huge explosion. Oh, dear.
Captain America, Bucky believed responsible for destruction of Master Spy and his death-dealing machine. Entire city shaken by monster explosion. Yeah.
Shaken but not stirred.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he wrote, Joe Simon doing the lettering, he wrote that newspaper heading there in the middle of the night, didn't he? It's so awful, isn't it? Not straight. It literally looks like they printed somebody's hand lettering in the newspaper.
That's what it
It's
is.
like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, don't bother typesetting it, lads. Just write it. It'll do.
Unless, of course, it wasn't him.
I think it
And it
is
was
in
the
those
artist.
days. Maybe. Well, that means it's Jack Kirby.
Yeah. I mean, does that count as lettering or does that count as art? I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably a
'Cause
little of both. Huh?
It's a newspaper in the because I know
Yeah.
that if I'm drawing pages and there's something like that in there and I just left it as a blank, I'd get
Yeah.
I'd get a bit of a dodgy message back from my editor or from the
Well-
writer saying, "Why have you left this blank? Is the newspaper supposed to be there?"
Well,
Oh, well, the
Jack
letter
said-
can do it, you know.
Jack said that Joe Simon was the best letterer he ever saw, so maybe he's just proved him right because he wrote
Yeah.
that.
Could be.
Sarah!
Been fighting again, eh, Rogers? Better not let me catch you. Or it's the guardhouse for you. Attention. Yeah. Hey. Special offer to the readers of Captain America.
The Hunchback of Hollywood. I'll just tell you a quick story about the guardhouse in the army. When my dad was in the army in the war, they all hated guard duty, especially at night, because the captain would go out on the town. When he came back, if you didn't ask for, and they knew who he was, if you didn't ask for his ID, you got a KP. And if you asked for his ID, you got KP. So when you're on guard, depending on whether the captain went out that night, you were always doing KP the next day, whatever you did. It's timely. It's truth. He likes doing his little political things, doesn't he? Whoever's writing this, Jack or Joe.
But wasn't that the whole purpose of the character, though?
I think so, yeah.
It's a very anti-Nazi statement.
Yeah. The dog. I'll fix him. Well, malcontent, you see.
Karstein, you're instructed not to call the police, Karstein. The hunchback, a deformed monster out of the Middle Ages, descends from the dungeon of death. Wonder who'll be next to die. Ha ha ha. There's another great time.
Yeah, that newspaper again.
Movie producer slain on location near Fort Lehigh. I thought it was getting too quiet around here, Steve said.
With his pipe.
Looks like this is a job for Captain America. Speaking about jobs, they were going to give the soldiers jobs as extras. Guess it's all over now. Don't worry, Gable. You'll get a chance to crash Hollywood. The news says they're determined to continue production. Most likely I'll carry a spear, Bucky says. It's going to be a spear chucker. Guess they don't let a little thing like murder bother them. So he says,
look at that guy with the foghorn, what we call it, loudhailer, talking to them 2 feet away.
Well,
they'd be deaf, wouldn't they?
Step on it, boys.
Shouting into his phone.
Oh, dear. It looks like he's having a drink of coffee, doesn't it?
That's mighty big mug there.
Massive one.
And then Hitler's in the background. Look, there's Hitler in the background. Can you see him? Center stage, right in the background, doing his salute.
Yeah. There's McAllister, the director, and Marie DeTiro, the star. Isn't she terrific?
Oh my God! Look at it with a pipe.
With a pipe.
Who's that handsome young man, Hannah? One of them soldiers.
One of them soldiers. They hired as extras.
Oh dear.
He's pointing his pipe at him. Let's get moving, big boy. You're going to see a man. We're going to see a man about breaking a lance. That soldier Rogers seems to interest you, Carol. He does look impressive on that white horse.
Yeah, he looks like a stallion.
That's enough. That's enough.
What are you going to ride?
Yes. What she said.
Ride the white horse. Yeah.
Look at this. They better get those lances up quick from that view.
Things are beginning to pop. Some killer's going to pay for this, but fast.
Oh dear.
He got hit with an arrow.
They've not got a template, have they, for this shield? If you look at that fourth panel there, it's got it's like it's bent on the
Even that's
on the fourth panel. The fourth
obviously done by hand here. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that fourth panel one where he's slapping into his face with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need an ellipse template, don't we?
No. Not nobody's got time for that. It's did it all by hand. Can't look out, the staircase is caving, and so's the building. Thumbs up, Cap. What's up with that? Thumbs up, Cap. Or aren't we in London? Glad to see you in one piece, kid. Looks like the hunchback's disappeared.
Hunchback.
Craig Talbot appears on the scene, says, if you're looking for that hunchback, I saw him run into the Boris Barloff's dressing room.
Boris Barloff.
Boris Barloff. Rod and Comics. My dad guarded the Iron Curtain in Germany.
Wow.
Yeah. He said he would read Stephen King books at night and get freaked out. He later became a tank commander. Can make a shish kebab with a spear. ROFL. Yeah. Says that fourth panel you mentioned, the lettering is going around his butt. LMAO. Yeah.
Just you to see that, Sarah. This is crazy, isn't it? Look at this.
Body in motion here. Great stuff.
Smash.
This must be Boris Barloff here.
Yeah. Wait a minute, Frankenstein.
Like yeah.
Beat it, Barloff.
Must be some mistake. Come into my room, Rogan.
That Steve Rogers finally clanks into view. Sorry, go on.
Is that what it is? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what that says, too. Steve Rogers clanks into view.
Oh, dear.
Haha, Glenn, I noticed the weirdest things, LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Barloff, what are you doing here? I'm going to kill you, Carol.
Day, is it? Coming to get you, Carol. Yeah. I'm going to kill you, Carol. Crush your beautiful body into a shapeless pulp. If I can't have you, no other man can. Don't come near me or I'll scream. Your screaming will be useless. By the time help arrives, you will be dead. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
Interesting.
Gotta laugh at the end.
Here.
You should have said to him, I can fix that hump. What hump?
Not a hump. Wow.
Once I'm in the castle, they'll never catch me. They'll never get me. A little off-camera silhouette here. Ah, ha 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 ha.
Ain't got nobody, nobody loves me.
He hasn't killed her, though, has he?
This battlefield set is loaded with weapons, replicas of battering rams, catapults, scaling ladders. I'll play courier and round up the soldiers to arms, to arms. Boy, if I only had a trumpet.
Yeah, that'll fix it.
They need to get to the castle or into the castle. So they're going to catapult their way in, apparently. Oh no, put up a big spotlight. This must be the boss director. He's got the big cigar there. Where did Barloff go? Hey, what goes on here? A war? That Soldier Rogers and the men are trying to dislodge the killer from the castle. The big shoulder knows his stuff, but Barloff is sly. They'll have to dynamite him out. Yeah, he gets catapulted up. Look at that. Aim straight, fellers. Fellers. I only get one try. You only get one try, and so do I. I hope I don't get caught on a spire. He's aspiring not to be gorged. Yeah. Oh, perfect 3-point landing. Right there. Smacks him. You'll have to prove it. Smack.
Smack.
Take the sword from the wall and finish him while he's still unconscious. Now die. Why, you dirty? Throws his shield up just in time. Oof. Cut you to ribbons for that kick. But I get the sword. Then we'll both play. All right, Talbot, on guard. That. It's kind of a squished perspective there. Then begins Captain America's most dangerous encounter. It's the reason for your murder spree, Talbot. Since I'm going to kill you, I'll tell you. Go ahead.
I'm a good listener.
It's
Whoops,
these are a few
sorry.
clangs.
It's fine. Please continue.
Fine.
It's another long-legged shot there.
Yeah. Very, very, very.
Yeah.
Need some clangs on that sword, on that shield. Touche.
Karstein was a fool. His pictures were propaganda against the Nazi cause. Being a blind member.
Yeah, I think he means blind to what's going on.
Being a blind member and a follower of the Fuhrer, I felt it my duty to kill Karstein. What about that other killing in the tournament scene? That it was meant for Steve Rogers. Carol Young was paying too much attention to that tin horn soldier. The guy I hired bumbled the job and killed the wrong man. That's all I wanted to hear. I didn't know you could fence that well, bad guy says. Touche, he says, smacking him. You could really fence. All this time, you tricked me into confessing. Yeah, Mr. Smart Guy, the jig is up.
Look at that, the way he's coming out of that panel, the fourth panel, stepping from the panel into the one below it. Cap.
Yeah.
Here.
That one.
Got very long legs again.
Yeah, here too. They're breaking the wall pretty good. And here also. He just didn't have anything to put here, so he says, I'm just going to continue the figure.
I'm just going to make his legs longer.
You'll find Barloff unconscious in the castle tower. He was the one who scaled the castle wall to try to capture Talbot. Yep, Sarge is probably pining away for us. Send that confession, Talbot. Got a big scene to play in court. And then this caption is way up here. It should be down farther. Because you would almost read in that direction if it wasn't for this balloon here kicking you over. At least they didn't have another arrow here. That bird sure gets a load of publicity. Yeah, he's just an overrated bum. So, Captain America, an overrated bum, is he? If you mugs had half his brains, you'd be getting somewhere in this man's army. Yes, Sarge. Too true, Sarge. Now, go peel those potatoes.
Yeah, by Stanley.
Captain America, this is the Stan's first printed stuff.
And
Captain
name on
America
it.
foils the Traitor's Revenge, yeah.
He's got his name on it from day one.
Yep.
What a guy.
Back when nobody took credit for this stuff. Well, he really didn't either. He's using his assumed name here.
It's just the shape of things to come.
Yeah. Good there, I think. Focus. There we are.
That's it.
The queer case of the murdering butterfly and the ancient mummies.
Where's Bucky going? Oh, he's holding him up. I wonder where he was going. I thought he was going to be saying, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I think he's about to be flung.
Yeah, I ain't messing with no mummies.
Yeah.
Long legs again.
Yeah. Who is this guy? That doesn't look like either one of them, does it? I mean, the drawing style doesn't look like Simon or Kirby here.
No, just looking at that, it looks that side view. The side views look a bit Kirby.
Yeah, this looks Kirby here.
Yeah, and the top panel where he's reading looks Kirby. But yeah, makes you wonder. I think, well, I don't know again, but maybe he's just doing layout. So somebody else is finishing it.
Well, by the third issue, you'd think they'd be working for DC pretty well by this point too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they weren't spending as much time on it as they might.
This artwork doesn't look anything like the, well, it does in some of the layout senses here.
Yeah.
But the inking doesn't look like Kirby, Simon and Kirby at all here. I know by the time they were done, because they had so much work from DC, Jack was doing the splash pages and laying everything out real loosely for the rest of the people in the studio.
Yeah.
I don't think it started this early, though. Some of that is pretty odd looking.
Ooh, pretty gruesome, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah, he stabs him right through the heart here.
Ooh.
Because, he's a butterfly, so he's got a big mosquito stinger here.
Proboscis.
Yeah. He should be the mosquito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty hideous.
Yeah, stabs him a couple times here.
Does he say buzz?
What?
Does he go buzz after everything? No.
No. The fools believed that lightning wouldn't strike twice in the same place. Here it is, the diamond they said I could not get. I just dressed up in a suit. Statue. Rather be out hunting crooks. Hey, who's that? Boy, what a spooky place this is. Wonder who lives down here. I've got to fill up these panels with some odd dialogue. Yeah. Well, I'll be the butterfly. It isn't alive. It's only a Halloween costume. It comes out from around the corner. What? What you snoop around here for? I lost a collar button, pal. And here's the thought balloon. I gotta get out of here. Tell Cap my discovery. Ho ho. Now I fix you. Now I fix you, mosquito, when he's really a mosquito. Get out of the way, you big lummox. Let me down, you dumb blockhead. Shut up, you brat. Now I'll keep your nose out of now you'll keep your nose out of other people's business. Yeah. Excuse here, Bucky hasn't shown up from his museum trip. I better look into this. Still calling himself the butterfly. Go ahead.
How many arms has he got?
At least 4. It's pretty rustic, hurried looking here.
Yeah. So he's already just go back a second. When he's talking to the bank people, he's already revealed where Hitler goes in 4 years' time. We need the funds to transport our treasure to South America.
Yeah.
I told you he was ahead of his time, that guy. He knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. Detailed face there. Somebody spent a little extra time trying to ink that up.
Yeah.
Oop. Looks like somebody has to teach you manners. Oh, that's a cool panel. Let's see the action working there. Only Cap shrunk quite a bit. Between,
He's also got a different shield on the bottom, the first page at the bottom, different coloured shield.
Yeah. Colorist missed that one.
They've missed a line out, haven't they, to put the blue on?
Have missed a line out, yeah.
Missed a line. Yeah, the blue shrunk.
Oh.
They'll fix it in post. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Who wants to know? I think I messed up your nice color suit. Lenny has something else up his sleeve.
Oh, look at that. Right through him.
Blackjack. Oh, it's a knife. Stupid imbecile. I warned you not to throw that knife. You asked for it, brother. I kill, yeah.
I kill, yeah.
That was close. It came from above the butterfly. So we meet at last. Why do you look like a mosquito?
He's got a gun. That shield
He
again
throws his
changed. Look at the shield.
He throws his shield here. Huh. I think that's the first time he throws his shield, huh?
Right, it could be.
Number 3.
I kill, yeah.
Butterfly strikes.
You see, the thing is there, you see, where it's a bit silly as well. He's thrown the knife and killed the big guy and then dodges some sort of rock or something. Why didn't the butterfly just shoot him instead of trying to drop that on his head?
Yeah.
Butterflies aren't known for their IQ.
Well, he's calling himself the butterfly when really he's a mosquito anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, the guy's obviously got a screw loose.
It's Dr. Vitriol. As he suspected. Dr. Vitriol. You won, my fast-moving friend. I fear this is the end of the butterfly. I could have been rich beyond my wildest dreams. What have you done?
Could have been a contender.
Could have been a contender, yeah. Trap door to cellar. Boy locked in mummy case. Oh dear, the cops are coming. Stop, you. Sorry, boy, can't wait. I gotta run. Excuse Bucky, everything is fine. He says, "You caused me more trouble." Bucky says, "Gee, I'm glad you're here, Cap. It's a great day for justice, eh, soldier? The police just killed the butterfly. You don't tell me." Say, "That's great. I'm glad they got him. That case was giving me the jitters. I'm a very nervous person." "What are you laughing at? Captain America's a nervous person. Ha 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 ha." Says, "You little rascal."
Has he got eye makeup on with his pipe there? Looks like Dan Dare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look at those too if you want.
Yeah. We'll
Those-
go through
Those
inside.
early Dan Dares.
Yep. Frank Hampson.
I got a few volumes of that.
Great.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
just beautiful stuff.
We can look
Did
at
you do-
some original
Comics.
Eagle as well. I have the collection.
There you go. You got a whole run of Eagles?
I got the first 50 issues.
Cool. And I wish I'd have kept all of my early 2000 ADs. I'm so sorry.
I wish I'd
got rid
had
of
those. But yeah, my mum threw them in a dumpster.
Yeah. I had a whole run from like 12 up to 200 and something. I ended up selling.
Ah.
I've
Sorry,
got a load
I
of
did too.
I've got a load of those in the loft. I don't know what's in the box. I've not looked in it for years. I should go through it.
Get that
You
box
should.
out and I will buy it off you.
Okay. Okay.
if it's 2000 ADs, I'm interested.
Yeah. There's a few boxes up there, but one of them does have 2000 ADs in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not interested in just all the toot you've got in your loft, just the comics.
Okay.
I've got enough toot of my own, believe me.
We're back to getting tucked. The Cave Boy.
So, Cave Boy. Again, this looks like a different artist most of the time.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, look at that. It's not.
I think this is Joe Simon.
Lee or Simon or Kirby there. That's interesting face there.
Because Joe Simon uses a very thin line, doesn't he?
Yeah. A lot of posing.
Yeah.
I must have skipped a page.
Yeah, whole different look and feel to this stuff.
There we go. Now there's that movement though.
Yeah.
This
could be
looks a
layout.
little
Laid out.
looks like he's been looking at Prince Valiant.
Yeah.
It does. A lot of the strips of the day like that, yeah. Valiant and Flash Gordon. Like that face.
Take the usurper prisoner. That's like when he says there, he'll reign over the dungeon for his treachery, and he says, "Yes, your majesty. Come, you traitor." Just like on Monty Python when he says, "Shall I throw him to the floor, sir?"
Yeah.
What? Shall I throw him to the floor, sir? Yes, yes. And they throw him down,
Yes,
don't they? Keep slapping him on the head.
Throw him on the floor.
Usurper prisoner. He shall reign over the dungeon for his treachery. Yes, your majesty. Come, you traitor.
Where's his head going? That guy they're dragging off. Where's his
I don't
head
know.
going?
It's right there. It's leaned back.
Oh, your father was a woman.
Yeah.
Woman.
Woman. As for you, my friends, I can never repay you for what you have done. But the wealth of Atlantis is yours.
Yes, you can.
We can't stay, princess.
Oh.
My way is to Adelan, the island of the gods. Goodbye, my friends, and good fortune. Goodbye, princess. What a beautiful city, Tuck. That land will be still more beautiful, Tanner. Come, our way is through the forest.
Who's in Marvel Attilan? Who comes from Attilan? Is it it's not Namor, is it? Is he from Lemuria?
No, he's from
It's
Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Atlantis. Somebody comes from Attilan.
I think you're right, but I couldn't tell you who. Anybody out there in the chat know?
So I got a green suit on. I think I can see. Somebody comes from Attilan. Some bad guy.
Huh.
Here we go.
Amazing Spy. Apparently, Hurricane just wasn't making it. Huh?
Yeah.
Amazing Spy Adventures.
He's got a bloody great beard.
Yeah.
That's a beard and a half, that is.
This guy looks downright biblical here.
Yeah. And he's written on his head, tattooed on his head.
Yeah.
You can tell it's Kirby, though.
Incite the, what is that, Roman Ionians to revolt. I've got the instructions right here. Yeah. The lad's head was again shaved, and on it was written the secret message that the Persians couldn't find. Nobody bothered to look at the top of his head. Oh, here's Hurricane.
Not just a filler, 2-page filler.
Yeah, 2-page filler. That's an afternoon for Kirby.
Yeah.
Hurricane, master of speed. Pretty straightforward grid panel here. Find out if my hunch was right. Got different boots on. So the Flash is pretty big at this point, isn't he?
I don't know when I was thinking that before. When did the Flash come out? I don't know.
Let me check here.
Bam. Ooh.
Flash Comics publication date January of 40.
Yeah. So I'd seen it.
Yeah, he would have been out by this time. Raise your hands, curly locks. You mean like this? Oof. You might as well join your friends. Here, let me throw you through this window.
What?
We get it, you cutthroats. What in the? Yeah, can't see him. He's as fast as lightning. Here's a present for you, you devil stooge. This is the way to get 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, out with it. Who's your big boss and where's his hideout? Look, men with wings and they're flying. Look, men with wings and they're flying. Must be seeing things. There's Pluto again. Hey, wait, I want to question you. Sorry, I got a date with the devil. Okay. Sure did us a big favor, but who is he and why did he run away so fast? I have a feeling Scarface Risco isn't the man we really want, and that queer guy has gone for the big shot. Hurricane is after the big shot as he speeds to the penthouse of Pluto, alias S. DeVille. Of course. It says Atuma came from Atlan.
That's the one. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, DC Comics, maybe Aryan. Yeah.
It's
I thought
Atuma.
Aryan was Atlantis.
Yeah, Atuma.
Atuma. It's not Atuma.
Yeah, he died of a tumor.
That's what Schwarzenegger said. He doesn't know comics. Then I'll have the scene. I turn the switch. The new subway will crash into the empty train on the side track. All of the high officials will be killed, and I'll have the city in my power. Ha ha.
Is he hiding behind a curtain there at the top? Or is that his cloak?
Here? Yeah.
Is he hiding? Is he hiding?
Hiding behind a sheet. As Hurricane enters the room, he is aware of he is aware of the fiendish eyes of Pluto watching him. It's Hurricane. I'll fix that meddling young fool. These sleep vapors will put him out of the way while I finish my work for tonight. So the vapors of sleep. Pluto is near. He falls asleep. Of course, he gets better.
Well, he only went to sleep for 2 seconds.
The new subway line opens tonight. Hi, officials. Pluto will be there. I must hurry. Gets there just in time.
Oh, dear. Where's he gone? Where's he? So he batters him, and what happens? Disappears into the night.
Thunderous roar shadows the night air as Hurricane pursues the devilish Pluto and strikes with maddening fury. The deafening roars of the two engines resound into the heavens. The beaten Pluto disappears into the night as the victorious Hurricane watches the evil devil in flight. So, Groton, Groton, Groton City is safe from the wicked Pluto, but there is still so much evil in the world. I must remain on Earth. There is much to be done. Another thrilling adventure of Hurricane in the next issue of Captain America Comics. Don't miss it.
I wouldn't describe it as thrilling.
Yeah.
A little bit of understatement there. I like that.
It's a nice ad for the Human Torch comics. Hot off the presses, rushed. Hot off the press. Hot.
Oh, are they AIM? Is that AIM? Is that an early version of AIM? Or
guys in asbestos suits because they're fighting Human Torch's world. And submarine.
And they thought, I've got a really good idea for a secret organization.
Yeah.
Let's get all our welding mates together and spray our costumes yellow. No one will notice us.
Advanced idea mechanics.
Just
yep. Ask for
that sounds really evil, don't you think?
Yeah, that's what it is. Advanced idea mechanics. And they all look like the beekeepers.
I think that sounds, incredibly evil. Advanced. Just like they're the ones that are getting women into STEM.
Well, advanced idea mechanics is now Apple. It's people who make advanced ideas with mechanics.
There you go. Yep.
Yep, that's it. That's the word.
I'm not saying they're evil. I'm not saying they're evil.
I am.
Up to Captain America 4. Come on, Cap. Yeah.
He tied up a lot, that guy, didn't he?
Well, that's Bucky. Yeah, he's there.
He likes it.
He was the guy next to him.
Sidekick in defense. That's the hottie that they used to sell all the comics with. Right there. Yeah. What are we going to put in front of it? Let's draw some monster. Okay. Let's strap him down too. All right. Not a problem. It's kind of a lackluster cover, isn't it?
Yeah.
In a way, compared to a lot of the other, like the Alex Schomburg covers that come after this. Of course, I guess you had to have done that in order to build up to the other stuff. Sarah says, I expect them to have a long pencil type mustache and twisting it while they're plotting. Yeah. I love how they verbally explain all of their plans. LOL. So we pick that up next week, or do we want to jump over to something else? Or
yeah, we'll do this one
quarter
next week.
2. We can keep going.
Yeah, it's just we should finish it.
We got good numbers. People are entertained. So yeah. Finish it.
Kirby always entertains.
Yeah, Kirby's always fun. But a lot of this stuff stops being Kirby here pretty quick. So they get into a lot better inking coming up here too. That face looks off, doesn't it? I don't think.
Oh yeah, different.
Done that. Yeah. It's fucking to be the next victim of the horror hospital. Smashing.
I like the way these Nazis always turn up. You know, they're heavily armed.
Yeah.
But they seem to only target the shield.
It's a mighty big bullet case he's got in that
yeah.
army gun too.
Yeah.
A little exaggerated. Just as he's about to inject him with a syringe.
Come on, Cap.
Yeah. All right, folks, we'll pick that up next week. Captain America #4. We are looking at the Captain America comics Golden Age Captain America Omnibus. Here's that issue 3 cover, only painted.
Yeah, it's great. I like it
too. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
Shields right, all of the little corrections made. It's very, very well done.
Yes, that's a really nice update of that, actually.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Nicely painted. It looks like a sort of an Alex Ross type of thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's that kind of approach, but
take a look and see.
Very nice.
Oh, look at that. That's hot.
Yeah, that's fantastic, isn't it? Wow.
Book design, editor, chief, publisher, executive producer. Let's say after the contents. Cover by Jack Kirby with Unknown, #1, Joe Simon. 2, edited by Simon and Lee. Collection cover art, Lee Weeks and Dean White.
Lee Weeks.
Alex Schomburg actually did the initial layouts.
Right.
On that. It's a Schomburg cover.
Really good.
Yeah. Lee Weeks, great look. There, where did we leave off? Right there. I expect them. Oh nope. I expect them to have a long pencil mustache. What did Kirby move? What did Kirby move to doing the art of after he stops with this one? Well, what happened is they created Captain America, and Goodman and Timely took it and did it, and it took off. They weren't expecting the sales that it got, and they ended up, I don't think they went back for a second print on #1, but Captain America was an instant success. And Simon and Kirby had a little studio, and they DC either approached them or they approached DC, and DC wanted them to work for them as well. And they ended up negotiating a page rate that was twice what they were getting paid here at Timely. And so they started becoming a real workhouse for a lot of material. They turned a lot of material out to DC, created Boy Commandos, Newsboy Legion. There's just a ton of stuff that they ended up doing over at DC. And at the same time, they were still working on Captain America, because Captain America was real successful. They had apprentices in their studio doing the majority of the fill-in work while they were still overseeing the production of the book. And in the meantime, the story goes, and it might be urban legend, but the story goes that they had a little 14-year-old kid that was gophering for them. That was Martin Goodman's nephew, who was Stan Lee. And the little nephew was out running errands and stuff for them, and he saw all of the work that they were doing for DC, and he told his Uncle Martin. Martin went out ballistic, went crazy, and fired him pretty much on the spot. So Captain America 10 is really the last Simon Kirby studio Captain America book, and they went over and started working even harder at DC after this. And like I said, Newsboy Legion, Boy Commandos, what else were they working on over there at that point? I know they reconstructed Sandman and Sandy. Manhunter, Paul Kirk Manhunter was being done over there by them. Oh, you remember what else they were doing, Glenn?
I can't remember. No, they were doing lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. Oh, wow. Thanks. Glad I asked.
But I'm not sure exactly what.
Yeah.
Sarcasm at its best.
No, I thought she was sincere there.
No,
Sorry.
you I'm talking about.
Oh. I didn't mean to sound sarcastic, but anyway.
Oh, it was her that asked. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I think you were. You
Sorry, I was
verbalised
reading.
it
I was reading
well.
her. Yeah.
Thanks, glad I asked.
Folks, we're looking at the Golden Age Captain America comics. This is an omnibus that collects the first 12 issues of Captain America, and you've seen how big they are. We barely went through an issue and a half in this episode, but there'll be more next week. More fun, more Captain America greatness. Maybe he'll throw his shield more next time. We'll see.
Don't yield, back shield.
There. Want to thank everybody for joining us today. We're glad you're here, even no matter when you watch us. We know the majority of our viewers are after the fact, and we do deeply appreciate you. We do this. We show this stuff off because we love it. That's why we do this. And even if we pick on it, it's solely out of love and our appreciation for these great creators, literally blazing the trail that everybody else follows. So, Russ, tell folks where they can find you.
You can find me at russleach.com. Sign up for the email list there so that we can tell you all about the Atlantean. It is coming. Look out on the social medias. I'm dropping sketch work out at the moment before I go to inks. So check it out, russleach.com. Sign up for the email list there.
You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a fun, very fun issue.
It is a fun issue, yeah.
Spent a little bit of time on that plot. Very proud of it.
It's cool. It's good fun.
Glenn, tell folks how they can find you.
Usual places, Facebook, Instagram, or these podcasts. But if you go to Amazon, I've got 12 books on there, varying subjects, but most relevant to this program. When I went to see Jack Kirby a couple of times in the late 80s, early 90s, I wrote this book about that. And also, I forgot about this one. You can also pick up one of those.
Yeah.
Which is different. It's not me writing all of it, but it's all about people's view of Kirby. So that's on Amazon as well. And you can also get 1 to 15 of my magazine, Comics Unlimited, on Amazon too. And if you go to Fund My Comic, you could get one of those, which is my character Hatch, which is an annotated book here, tells you how he came to be, and it's got published and unpublished artwork in. You can take a look at that.
There you go. And folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find my work over at aerocomic.store, or at least the majority of it. We hope you go over there and take a look. So you'll find such works as Paragon and Alice in Chains and Herobot Zero, and a lot of other books over there by a lot of other creators as well. Plus, we have a subscription service that lets you into our ever-growing digital library. I'm working on more books for that now, to be added to the digital library. Some that have been published, some that have not. So you'll want to become a member for as little as $5 a month. Aero Comics, be an archer at aerocomics.store. So we deeply appreciate everybody stopping by. We tell you, if you don't like the modern comics, they might not be for you. Lord knows they keep telling us they didn't make them for us anyway. There's so much great material out there just waiting to be discovered. Go visit your local retailer. Don't Don't carry the problems of the corporate manufacturers over to your local retailer. It's very important. And a lot of times he's just fighting to keep the lights on and to pay his bills. So go over there and take a look at some of his back issues. Some of those comics have been there for years, just waiting for you to stop by and discover how great they are. That's why I love doing these kind of podcasts where we're showing this kind of material off, so that you can see there's great entertainment in these books. Yes, some of it can be dated, some of it is outdated as far as their treatment of cultural stereotypes and races go, or the what was going on at the time that the book was produced. But that doesn't cut down from their entertainment value, and in many ways even enhances it and adds to it. So go to your local retailer, spend a few hours, take a look through what he's doing. Go over to fundmycomic.com, take some time, look at the different projects that are available over there, the Mythicals, AR13L, Hatch Annotated. There's so much great stuff over there just waiting for you to be found. Don't let your impression of the current comics hinder the love that you might have for this art form. And also, I beg you not to be so trolly and drama filled. Those social networks can be very antisocial most of the time. But if you have a comic out there that you love, if you have something out there that you've enjoyed, you need to share that, as opposed to criticizing the stuff that you hate. There's too much spite spending going on out there. And I honestly think that a lot of these franchises are literally surviving off of people that are spending money to look at the stuff that they hate. And that just doesn't do any good for anybody. Go out there and find the stuff
Support
stuff that
the
you
good
love.
stuff. Yeah.
Support the good stuff and not the bad stuff. Folks, on Sunday morning, Sunday Funnies, 9 a.m., we are going to be looking at the last half of the Fighting American collection. 8
Just
issues
getting really quite interesting.
Of more Simon and Kirby, as their writing gets more creative and crazy, and the artwork is just second to none on the Simon Kirby era. It's just fantastic stuff. Fighting American and Speed Boy on Sunday Funnies. We are archived over on the Comic Book Black Belt, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, but also the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel. And please like and subscribe over there or over any of these platforms that you watch us on. Any interaction that you have with us only goes to help the algorithm and helps more people see this work. And if you enjoyed this program, tell your friends. So we are always archived over there. If you're an artist like we are and you need something to listen to, we hope that we are entertaining you during your work time. You get to take a look at this stuff and listen to us blather on.
Bleat on.
Yep.
Burble.
HR says, I will be back. Thank you, HR, very much. Sarah says, preach it, Zim. Look for the enjoyment and don't read what you don't just like, or don't read what you don't like just to complain more about it. Nailed it. Yeah. Absolutely. That's the way I feel about it. And here on this program and on Sunday Funnies, we show off this stuff that we love. And there's a lot to the archive over there at Comic Book Black Belt, Randy Zim channel, and the Indie Comics Network for you to listen to if you haven't heard these programs before. We look at a wide variety of stuff, though we're in the middle of a bunch of Kirby right now, though, and we'll probably be on Kirby for a little bit. So there's a lot more to come. Boyce Ranch is coming. Not Forever People. We might do that actually later. New Gods is coming. There's all sorts of great stuff to look at, and just some fantastic comics on the way.
And don't forget, even though we babble on about it, doesn't mean we're wrong.
Yeah.
That's true too. That's just our opinions, folks. So
yeah.
Stop back by Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Sunday Funnies. We'll be back here again next week at 5 a.m. on Fridays to look at more great Captain America. Until then, do take good care of yourselves. Have a great weekend.
See ya.
And we'll see everybody on the next one.
That's
all right?
Tanya.
Take care, everyone. He said, quickly scrambling. There we are.
If you look at something and there's nothing there, what's the difference of figuring out what it was in the first place?
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with theory.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
How dare you?
Get off my lawn. Holy shit. That is the craziest thing I have ever seen. And I'm Dennis Quaid, and Dennis Quaid has seen some shit.
Thank you notes. And I was just running a bit behind.
Bye, Jack.
We really shook the pillars of heaven, didn't we, Wayne?
No horseshit, Jack.
No horseshit.
Taste the biscuit, taste the goodness of the biscuit.